Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
I need a love to keep me happy. I said I need a love to keep me happy. Baby, keep me happy. Happy, happy, happy. Birthday to Mick Jagger, man. He's 81. His girlfriend's like 20. Of course, Keith Richards actually sang Happy, and Mick filled in with the chorus there, but I think it really sets the tone for this Friday, because I'll tell you right now, as we get things started at 6 o'clock, I am on an extra dose of Happy Pills. It's going to be an unbelievable 2 hours alongside JJ LaSelva, an even better Friday night. Saturday, let's do it again. Day 4 at the Miller Electric Center, early. Get out there, get a good feel for it. Then some golf tomorrow afternoon. Then on Sunday, man, I am just going to bake on the beach with the GF. That's it. And then we're back at, I think it's every day next week, maybe an off day on Thursday. So happy birthday, Mick Jagger. We're going to play a lot of Rolling Stones over the next couple hours. I do apologize. His girlfriend is not 20. Melanie Hamrick is. She just turned 6 days ago. 37 years of age. The great Mick Jagger is now 81. The Stones still touring. Got to get him here in Jacksonville again. None of this Orlando crap. They were there like 2 weeks ago. Build it. I mean, the Stones came here, 3-4 years ago. Great show. Put a shovel in the ground. Kick around some dirt. Get the Stones back here. Crying out loud. They're going to live forever. All right. Great to have you with us. Another really good day. I thought, honestly, I didn't think there was as much juice out there this morning. And I got to imagine that that's tough. You get 90 guys. I think it's safe to say now that even though I've always been under the impression that no one really likes to practice the game of football, okay, I think everyone will tell you that they do. I've always made the point that, honestly, just think back when you played, whether it was Pop Warner all the way through high school. Did you like football practice? No one ever likes football practice, but these men are fighting for jobs. I just thought there was a tiny bit lack of juice today, enthusiasm compared to Wednesday and Thursday. And the weather was kind. It was humid, but the temperature was down. There was cloud cover. We had sprinkling of some rain at the Miller Electric Center. Season ticket holders were out there today. Again, very well received. I'm guessing 2,000 plus, both on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So good for the Jaguar fans to go out there and absolutely get a taste. Early on in practice, again, Trevor Lawrence, not where he needs to be. Inconsistent. Missing. Just missing wide receivers on simple individual drills. It's painfully obvious that 3 days in, that the chemistry with Trevor Lawrence and Brian Thomas Jr. is not there. Now, I don't think that the panic button should be hit. I do believe it's more on the rookie than it is on the quarterback. I actually had a conversation with someone about this, and, from what I understand, I can't even think of his name. Who's the great wide receiver who's out in New York who went ahead of
Neighbors?
Yes. Apparently he's struggling as well there. And now all of a sudden we're starting to get a little bit of the tremendous athleticism of these LSU wide receivers, and that their route tree was anything but expanded. It was about as basic comes. But because they were so prolific and they were so talented, they were able to get away with it. And Press Taylor talks about this, and I thought it was somewhat fascinating about how they've been really slow as far as their install and what they've done the first 3 days, including the red zone only today, that change where they used the entire field. And I think the results were better. Trevor did get better later in practice. I'll get to that momentarily. I thought it was a day of growth for the quarterback. Again, my opinion is he struggled early. He was inconsistent early. He got better. I think he, on 11 on 11, I want to say unofficially, he missed on his first two passes. He missed on Thomas again. He threw in behind Evan Ingram, and then he completed his last 6 passes. Some of it was short stuff, intermediate stuff, but he showed, classic Trevor Lawrence across his body in a throw to Evan Ingram, which was really impressive. And the next one was another ball to Christian Kirk. That was impressive. So he closed on a better note. Okay, if it was a front 9, back 9, I'm going to say Trevor was 2 over on the front side, but was able, with those 6 straight completions, including the 2 that I just documented, he was able to do some scoring coming in. So I'd rather have a guy end better than start better, if that makes any sense. For crying out loud, I'm talking about the third practice, no pads, over at the Miller Electric Center. But I do think that is something that has to be considered when discussing Brian Thomas Jr. He just hasn't lit anything up yet. And I'm even watching him, at the end of practice, running gassers. It's like, there's my first-round pick. There's my wide receiver. I want him to be an alpha. I want him leading that group. And it's like, no, he's one of the last guys running with the DBs. And hey, listen, take from it what you want. This is just what my eyes are saying. I'm not sitting here telling you he's a bust, but he's going to be compared to Calvin Ridley Jr. Fair, unfair, even though Ridley was an experienced guy. He had a year and a half off. At this point last year, I was ready to put Calvin Ridley in the Hall of Fame. At this point right now, with Brian Thomas Jr., it's like he needs a lot of teaching. I think this guy needs to learn how to run routes. I think this guy needs incredible work in the classroom as far as trying to understand what this offense is going to be about. And obviously the chemistry with Trevor Lawrence. I asked Trevor Lawrence 2 days ago after practice, would things change this year 3 with Doug Peterson? Would there be a little bit less as far as camp arm? Do you still want to throw as much as you have always thrown? And he said, absolutely. I want every rep with the first team. And, I had a little bit of a conversation about that after Trevor spoke with us. I think considering he was injured, 5 different ways a year ago, that maybe it makes a little bit of sense to get Mac Jones some first-team reps, at least this time of year, in case it is it is necessary for him to actually come on in and play. So that happened early. And, again, it did improve one-on-ones. There was another ball where it was Darby against Thomas, and Darby picked off Trevor Lawrence. This was not. Now, let me be clear on this. It's a one-on-one, not 11 on 11, not a 7 on 7. On 11 on 11 and a 7 on 7, what can you do? What Trevor didn't do yesterday, right? Throw the ball away. On a one-on-one, you throw the ball up. It's a drill. Okay, and I'm sure half the reporters out there, whatever, even more, don't even document this, may not even talk about this. But again, I'm bringing up chemistry here. I also want to credit Ronald Darby, who's off to a really good start so far in camp. If you were to list question marks on this football team, once we go through the litany of questions on this offensive line, which is clearly and far away the biggest issue on this team, the offensive line. It is. Okay? And if someone is telling you something differently, consider it. Consider who's telling you that. It's the offensive line. It's problem number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When you get to number 6, I think some would say, well, who is the other corner outside of Tyson Campbell? Ronald Darby's been in the league for 10 years. When they signed Ronald Darby, I was under the impression that maybe he would move inside. Maybe he could play some nickel. And when I interviewed him during minicamp, he said, no. I am a cover corner. He's played well. But again, it's been 3 practices. And there has been no pads at this particular point. So, the one-on-one pick, it happens. It happens all the time. I mean, quarterbacks are getting picked off right and left in camp. Honestly, I probably was going to let this go, but it's more of the point with Thomas Jr. Excuse me. That so far, I think a little bit later in the show, I'm going to do the best, and I don't want to say the worst, okay? Because there hasn't been anyone out there who looks like they do not belong. And trust me, there have been far better performances. For instance, today, I thought their best players really stood up on this Friday. I thought it was an unbelievable session for Travis Etienne. I really did. Okay, and again, there's no pads, but it just felt like the holes were opening up, and I know that that's really kind of deceiving for me to even say it that way when you're not hitting. But that's just what my eyes told me today. That Tank Bigsby had a really good day today. Now, if you rewound the tape, if I was going to take the top 5 players who performed in training camp at the Miller Electric Center in 2023, Tank Bigsby was on that list. All right, some guys just practice well. Remember Jimmy Kennedy, who had a cup of coffee here, first rounder out of Penn State, most of his career with the Los Angeles Rams? Every day but Sunday, Jimmy. Jimmy looked great out at practice. Jimmy looked phenomenal in the airport. Actually, they travel, as you know, on the charter. So why don't we say in the team hotel? Problem with Jimmy is he sucked on Sunday. Okay? I think a lot of people are kind of like, hey, Ballou, you've been ringing Tank's bell now for this is your second year. What's going on with you and Tank? Why are you always pumping up Tank Bigsby? I think it's going to turn for the positive for him. Trayvon Walker today. There's a guy who always gives 110%. Effort has never been an issue for Trayvon. Had a couple of pass deflections, one of those Trevor. Arguably a sack. All right, we can go back and forth on that. Maybe a 6-pack argument. Was it a sack? Did Trevor get rid of the ball in time? But it's good to see better players. And I know Ballou put Tank into the better players. All right, 2 out of the 3. And Kirk's been rock solid. And Evan Ingram had a drop yesterday. And he spoke with us after. He's looked real good. Tyson Campbell has looked real good. Unfortunately, I don't know if he injured his ankle during team drills, during individual drills and did not participate in team drills, or if he was just slowed or perhaps was getting a blow. Okay, the official word was he's fine, he's got an ankle. There was a little bit of some worry at camp today when Jerrion Jones went down. And he was looked at by the trainers. He went inside the Miller Electric Center. He did return, but, I mean, avoiding injuries is so crucial for all 32 teams in the National Football League. There's just no other way to say it. And sometimes it's just dumb. It's dumb situations. Yesterday in my interview with Brenton Strange, it was early December where he was doing a one-on-one non-contact drill, and he came down awkwardly on the foot, and it cost him 3 games and, somewhat what was considered really a lost season overall for the rookie. But that's what's staggering about all this. The assumption is always you're going to get beat up once you start running and hitting and tackling. And let's be honest, there's very little tackling anymore these days. But it feels like the majority of these injuries happen when you leave the ground and when your feet come back down on the ground. Twist an ankle, tear a knee, whatever it may be. So hopefully Jacksonville gets through the first 3 days fairly unscathed. We'll see who's available and out there and ready to go tomorrow. All right, when I come back, I really want to continue this conversation about what happened today. And again, I do want to point out, Trevor got better as practice went along. Here's what I really discovered about Trevor 3 days in. Even when he was a rookie and Urban was running it and Darrell Bevel was running it and Gardner Minshew was getting half the first team snaps, Trevor looked like a dominant quarterback, like a franchise quarterback is supposed to look like. His first 2 years under Doug Peterson, he looked the same. And I'm talking about early in camp. I'm not talking about preseason games. I'm not talking about regular season games. I'm talking about once camp unfolded. Trevor, his percentage, completion percentage for those who actually document it or whatever it was, to me, it's always been the eye test, completed about everything. Whether it was Marvin Jones Jr. or his age, no matter who it was out there, running routes. That hasn't been the case in his first 3 days. Okay? And, again, he threw some intermediate stuff, and he did so a little bit yesterday, some digging and some dunking, which is by design. And he really showed those, couple of balls late to Ingram and Kirk that were deeper balls down the field that it is encouraging that it got better. But I'll tell you, it didn't feel like year 1, 2, or 3 with Trevor, based on the first 3 practices. I mean, again, this could be laughable by mid-September, by mid-October. I'm just merely telling you what I've experienced so far. And it's a good thing that there's a lot of camp left. There's a good thing that Tampa's coming in here in a couple of weeks. Because right now, Brian Thomas Jr., it doesn't feel like, for instance, Devin Duvernay, it feels like he's in. And I know he's a veteran. And Kirk is the same old, right? I think Parker Washington, who I'm going to talk with tomorrow after practice, kind of looks like you would expect to. And, Gabe Davis hasn't really had the opportunity yet to show an awful lot. He did some individual stuff today. There was one ball. Trevor really missed it. I mean, he threw it way over his head on just a simple, out pattern. But we haven't seen Gabe do teamwork. And, there's been quite a few, not quite a few, but there's been players who have not been involved in teamwork. Obviously Eric Armstead, Roy Robertson Harris. You look at Gabe Davis, and this kind of ups my level. I'm like, well, they need some work. They don't know one another. One thing if it's Christian Kirk, if Kirk's down, is out, they haven't missed a beat. They've worked together now. This is, they've been together for 4 years. Gabe Davis, we just haven't seen enough of it. Now, he's a veteran. Maybe he can understand things a little bit more than what we're seeing with Brian Thomas Jr. I think that for the most part, things are really encouraging with this football team. And when I do this a little bit later, you're going to get a better sense of that because I have positive after positive after positive. But that is the one issue on the other side that to me has been the biggest negative. And that's the rookie and the lack of relationship with his quarterback. And it's very fixable. Okay? I mean, you didn't buy a house and all of a sudden you drove home and you say, this house is sinking into the swamp, right? Okay, you didn't buy a car, then all of a sudden you buy it the next day and it doesn't start. It's a lemon. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that this isn't going to work. What I am saying is this isn't Justin Blackman. Okay? Does that make any sense? As a first rounder? I also hope it's not R.C. Soward, or I hope it's not Matt Jones, or I hope it's not, who am I thinking of? Williams, Reggie Williams. Opening comments brought to you by Shmunez Vision. Been in Jacksonville forever, really. I mean, completely. Your one stop when it comes to your eyes. Everything you could possibly want, they are there for you. Certainly an eye examination. You want an update in your contacts or glasses? Heck yeah. What about issues, though, that you believe are far more serious? Just ask yourself, how are your eyes? No one knows better than you. All right? Do they fatigue late in the day? Are you having issues between TV and reading your phone? You got to flip back and forth, and you got to put the readers on to look at the phone. And how much of a pain is it when it's late and the kids are in bed or whatever, and finally you're like, time to relax. And you want to check out something on the phone, or maybe you read a book. Maybe you're old school and you actually read a book like I do. Or you just go to the Kindle and you're like, where in the heck are the readers? I mean, outside of losing the remote control, is there anything more aggravating than losing the readers? Well, how about laser eye surgery? You'd be surprised how many people actually have it and love it, swear by it. 20/20 for the rest of their life. All right, talking about more than 30 years worth of experience. So pick up the phone and get in contact with Shmunez Vision, 299-2906. Better yet, check them out on Instagram at Shmunez Vision, or go to shmunezvision.com. When we do return, let's bring in JJ LaSelva. I caught up with Yasir Abdullah today. Lost as a rookie. Moving around a little bit today in his second season. Not working with pass rushers on individual drills, working instead as an outside linebacker. I think there was a little assumption on my behalf when they drafted him that he was a one-trick pony, that he was an undersized pass rusher. Obviously, this organization thinks that's not the case. They think that he can cover. They think that he can play against the run. So we'll get you caught up with Yasir Abdullah as well. It's great to have you with us. It is a Friday edition. JJ LaSelva is here. My name is Rick Ballou. We call this Into the Night.
Now, a 1010XL Summer Olympic Update brought to you by
USAPark.net Airport Parking.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games, sponsored by Grainger. With supplies and solutions for every industry, Grainger has the right product for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. The first opening ceremony in Olympic history not held in a stadium. Despite the rain, athletes from the 206 countries sailed one way down the River Seine to the Eiffel Tower, and then the Olympic torch headed in the opposite direction. On a boat with Rafael Nadal, Serena Williams, Carl Lewis, and Nadia Comaneci, the journey continued to the Louvre and included 24 former French Olympians and Paralympians, including Tony Parker, Amélie Mauresmo, and Charles Costa. At 100 years old, the oldest living French Olympic medalist, born the last time that Paris hosted the Games in 1924. Finally, the lighting of the cauldron to officially open the Olympics. With this Summer Games update, I'm Brad Heller, Westwood One Sports.
This is the story of the One. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house online and owning it, between imagining living there and breathing in your new home for the first time. Having an advocate who can help you navigate the complex world of financing, inspections, negotiating, analyzing the market, and talking through any anxieties that may pop up, that can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and bound by a code of ethics, because that's who we are.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle. At Garber Auto Mall, we can wiggle it. Best price, we can wiggle it. Best trade value, we can wiggle it. Best payment, we can wiggle it. Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. With 8 American brands, we can wiggle it. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or online at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle. Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and summer's in full swing, and air conditioners are fully stressed. But do what I did and call the good folks at Fenwick Home Services to stay cool and comfortable all season long. Need a new AC system? Fenwick has free same-day estimates and next-day installations. And your new system is backed by a warranty of up to 12 years. That's right, 12 years. Fenwick also offers same-day 24/7 service, day or night, and their expert technicians will get the job done and get it done right the first time. Book online now at FenwickHomeservices.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Soccer fans, don't miss your chance to see teams from the English Premier League compete in the Stateside Cup right here in Jacksonville. Competition will be fierce when Wolves and West Ham United take the pitch under the lights at Everbank Stadium July 27th. It's Premier Soccer at a premier venue for one night only. Tickets are going fast. Buy yours today at statesidecup.com.
The hottest trend in casual dining has expanded in Jacksonville with its 5th location off 103rd. The Flame Broiler serves up protein-packed rice bowls. It's fast, healthy, and affordable. Order online at flamebroilerusa.com or visit any of our 5 locations. Flame Broiler, simply healthy.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser share the huddle with Freddie T. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins.
Fred Taylor, he's a candidate to go the distance.
On 1010XL.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey there, weekend warriors. It's Matt Hayes. Sick of that slice? Tired of those 3 putts? What if I told you your handicap isn't about your swing, it's about your weight? Why not take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with the Waco 180? We're talking 10 strokes off by August, getting your tour card by September, winning your first major, year 1. Think about it. Fame, fortune, and most important, winning $5 off your buddy because you, sir, are closest to the pin. Taking strokes off your game is just about 40 pounds away at Awaken180weightloss.com. Awaken 180 does not guarantee an immediate 10 strokes off your score, receiving a tour card, or the ability to control the weather. Individual results may vary. Your newfound athleticism might cause jealousy among your foursome, leading to accusations of steroid use. Awaken is not responsible for defending your honor in the clubhouse. Awaken 180 cannot guarantee that your newfound golf prowess will lead to a sponsorship deal, but we can't not guarantee it either. Awaken 180 is not responsible for any dramatic fist pumps or unsolicited golf tips you give to strangers. Awaken 180 does not offer refunds for any lost wagers made on your improved golf game. Bet wisely, my friend. Strokes off your game by dropping pounds off your frame. Awaken180weightloss.com.
This July, celebrate America's independence with a fresh view from Renewal by Andersen. Hi, this is Chelsea. Right now, buy any 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Our custom-built, energy-efficient windows and doors will enhance the beauty and value of your home. Visit rbafla.com to schedule your complimentary design consultation. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Get your first look at the team inside Everbank Stadium during our 2024 stadium practice Saturday, August 3rd. The season is almost here. Don't miss your chance to see the players up close before they take the field this fall. Stadium practice is free to attend, and seats are going fast, so register for tickets at jaguars.com/training camp. We can't wait to see you there.
Ross, I'm thinking about changing my name.
Again? You're already the media mogul, the straw that stirs the drink, the Duke of Pablo Bay. Now what?
Refer to me as Dreamfinders Danny Hicken.
What in the blazes? Is this a cash grab?
No, it's just that I believe so much in Dreamfinders Homes. 20 locations in Northeast Florida, official home builder of Jags and Gators. Great opportunity for first-time homeowners.
All right. Dreamfinders Danny it is.
Did I mention the lowest interest rates you can find? Visit dreamfindershomes.com. Now let Dreamfinders Danny celebrate through the majesty of song. Dreamfinders,
oh, brother.
I believe they will build your home just right.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Happy birthday, Mick Jagger! Arguably the greatest frontman of all time. Arguably the greatest rock and roll band of all time. Arguably. You ever seen the Stones, J.J. LaSalva?
I haven't.
Well, the good news is they're all going to live to their 130.
I was about to say they'll outlive me, so I should have plenty of time. Yeah, now I guess I just assumed they would come to Jax every once in a while, so I didn't go when they came, but I'm regretting that.
It was a fun show. No, it was a fun show. And, they lost Charlie Watts, and, Mick Taylor, their original... Well, actually, Brian Jones died in the pool, as we know, is still a mystery to this day. Mick Taylor left, Ronnie Wood's in. Bill Wynham, the original bassist, left a while ago, but, you got Keith and you got Mick and you still got Ronnie Wood. But there you go. They're touring. They're I think they were just in Chicago, maybe Cleveland. So they are out there, and they're getting after it. All right, tonight's show brought to you by Thermal Engineers. They're hiring. Okay, they are a commercial HVAC contractor serving North Florida for over 20 years. Qualified technicians and installers. How does top pay, 401k, and full benefits sound? And did I mention a signing bonus? For all the details, go to Thermal Engineers, Inc., or call 230-1172, an equal opportunity employer. Again, if you're out there, you're unhappy, you're looking for a positive change in your career, Thermal Engineers. Top pay, 401k, full benefits, and a signing bonus. Thermal Engineers, Inc., 230-1172. Press Taylor this morning met with the media. He had an awful lot to say. A lot of what he said I thought made sense and was really good, particularly about red zone at this point, about how to, kind of lessen the grind on their legs, shorten the field, and obviously Jacksonville needs work on the red zone. They were 21st a year ago, completing only 50% of their red zone opportunities, and they were also tied for 30th in the NFL with 5 turnovers. The team that was only worse was Atlanta with 6. That I liked. This, not so much. I got an issue with his explanation today, talking about Trevor Lawrence's 2 red zone interceptions yesterday. Here's Press Taylor, the Jaguars offensive coordinator.
Every down is a coaching opportunity for us. So, I felt like one, he was probably late to a throw, left it inside. Dewey made a great play in the corner of the end zone. Another one was a naked. He thought there was going to be a pressure. He pulls up on a naked, which is not something we typically do. But he thought he saw something. He didn't as we go. We watched the film. Immediately he knows. Really, he came off the field right then. I was clean one night. Yeah, you were clean. Continue to attack the edge. The play expresses itself completely differently. They're learning opportunities. Do I think he would have thrown that in the game? Probably not. For the most part, he's been a good decision-making when it's come to throwing the ball in harm's way as it goes. But that's something that I'd rather happen today than in September. So those are things we'll continue to encourage him to take his opportunities to push the ball in certain situations, especially in practice. But again, just communicate with us. Why'd you do that? What made you pull up on a movement play to begin with? Why'd you end up throwing that ball there? Did you like the way you threw the ball? All those certain things. It's just getting the right feedback as we go.
So what do you make of that? 641-1010 text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. What do you make of it? And I understand that what you say publicly compared to what you say privately, that one-on-one conversation, hopefully is different. There's got to be a little bit of a rub there. There's got to be a little bit of what are you doing? Okay, throw it away. You're in the red zone. Dewey made a great play. I mean, Rosie O'Donnell could have made that play. That was a pop fly. It wasn't a sensational play by Andrew Wingard. It was a play that anyone out there could have made. The wide receivers were shut down. It's a bad play by your quarterback. And again, it's only the second practice. The only reason why I'm alarmed is it's the biggest flaw in his game. He's so talented. I documented the cross-body pass he made to Evan Ingram during 11-on-11, late in practice today. It's the mental mistake. You throw that ball away, I never have the moment I did yesterday on this show. I'm not bringing it up today, and the only reason why I'm doing it is because you just heard nearly a 1-minute response by the offensive coordinator. A learning opportunity? You just paid this guy $275 million. It's a learning opportunity? High school quarterbacks, college quarterbacks, no, you get rid of the ball. You don't turn the ball over in the red zone. A learning opportunity? He probably won't do that in a game? I mean, staggering. And I hope it's lip service. I do. I hope it's calm down. It's the second practice. We're okay. He recognized it. But I'm hoping one-on-one, it's like, you cannot do that. You can't do it. You cannot throw 2 interceptions in the end zone. When you're in the red zone, you can't do it. Bring out Cam Little. Take 3. Any thoughts on that, JJ?
My favorite was when he said, well, he's still a young quarterback. Just like the excuse-making continues for this guy, par for the course. I don't expect the coach to go out there and just destroy him in front of the media, but who was that guy earlier in the offseason that works for the Jags that said every interception last year wasn't Trevor's fault, basically? Like, it's just constant excuse-making for this guy. He makes $55 million a year. He's tied with Joe Burrow as the highest-paid quarterback in the entire league per season, guys.
Tua got
I
less
don't want to hear you say anything about him being a young quarterback or hopefully he doesn't do this, or it's annoying.
2904 says, Ballou, you're not going to throw the ball away in camp. You're just going to go with it.
Why
You're
not?
wrong. You're wrong, 2904. You practice the way that you play. This is his biggest flaw. 60 turnovers. This is his biggest problem. He is incredibly talented. He's smart. He's savvy. I think he tries to I don't think he's stupid. He makes stupid plays. I think he's just trying to make a play. I stood right behind the end zone with most of the media. Evan Ingram was not open. Okay? Thomas was not open. They were covered. You throw the ball away or you tuck and run and let him blow the whistle. If he tucks and runs and blows the whistle, you know what we say? Boy, Ryan Nielsen's defense right now is unbelievable. Trevor's not even throwing. His targets are covered. You absolutely throw that ball away. Especially, I mean, he kind of laughed at us. Not at us. He laughed with us because he's a good guy. There's no dislike here. I'm just concerned. But he laughed with us about hopefully no turnovers. We asked him about the turnovers again. This was after day 1. So this was the day Darby picked him off, which I barely mentioned because I thought it was a great play by Darby. But this was not a great play by Dewey. These balls never should have been thrown. And if he didn't have this as a major part of his reputation, I wouldn't waste my airtime on it. You understand the concern? Day 2 of practice, he's doing it. And this is exactly what we have talked about all off season. He cannot do this. That's it. Nothing else to it. All right, when we come back, let's bring in Yasir Abdullah. Second-year guy looking for a spot on this football team. Several roles we've witnessed early on in camp. We'll talk with the second-year guy out of Louisville. He goes into the night on the home of the Jags.
There's a new one-stop shop for all things Gators. Subscribe to the 1010XL Gators YouTube channel. Up-to-the-minute updates, instant reaction from Gainesville, plus the same 1010XL Gators podcast you've grown to know. And check out 1010XL Gators on YouTube.
It's time to fire up your grill, shoot off some fireworks, and launch one of the biggest sales in the history of the United States. It's our Independence Sale happening right now at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet. Whether you drive a car, a truck, or an EV, everyone is welcome to celebrate our Independence Sale with the lowest prices, largest inventory, and the most love for our country. Come celebrate with Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. You don't want to miss this.
Ballou here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Bueller Aaron Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, a paint color namer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Irving Stapler.
Hi, Howie.
So the next round is word association. I'll say a word and you give me the first word you think of. Engagement ring.
Jeweler.
Gas station.
Fueler.
Aaron Burr.
Dueler.
Air conditioning.
Wow. Jeez. It's a toughie.
Come on, Irv. The sponsor's going to kill me now.
Oh, Bueller.
That's right, Irv. If your AC is struggling through the summer heat, the first name you should think of for fast, friendly, 5-star service is Bueller Air and Plumbing. The name to know to make sure you are cool.
Have a beer, Irv.
Cooler.
Stay cooler with Bueller. Visit BuellerAir.com.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
July 26, 2005. Baseball Hall of Famer Greg Maddux records his 3,000th career strikeout against the Giants.
Dave and Ammon here with Zero Res. So Ammon, you have worked for Zero Res since you were 9 years old. What makes Zero Res the right choice for cleaning carpets and tile?
I can think of 3 simple reasons. We have the best process, the best people, and our promise to do the best cleaning possible every time.
So what deals does Zero Res offering for this month?
July is National Carpet Cleaning Month. So for home carpet cleaning, we're offering $49 per room, and for businesses, we're offering 20% off.
Sounds like a great time to get your carpets cleaned. Zero Res.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
We love talking sports on 1010XL, and I-9 Sports loves giving kids the perfect way to grow up playing sports. Fall and winter registration is underway. Log on to i9sports.com and see all they've got to offer. Kids 3 and up. You can enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount. Year-round sports all across the First Coast. St. John's, Duval, and Clay. Sign up now for fall and winter Great locations added like Fort Family Field, Westside Middle, and Duval Charter Bay Meadows. It's all online at i9sports.com.
This is Hayes Carline for SkyLife Elite. Are you tired of canceled flights, unruly passengers, and layovers? Call my friends at SkyLife Elite. Consider using private charter flights for your next adventure. Yes, you can afford it. Make your own schedule. Fly direct. Drive your car to Craig Airport and get directly on the plane. SkyLife Elite can make that happen. Call 490-9332. Go to flyskylife.com and find them on social media. Fly SkyLife Elite, North Florida's premier private air charter.
Ballou here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
1010XL breaks down training camp all day. Listen for camp news with analysis and insight from the practice feed. Everything counts! 1010XL's training camp coverage is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing and Kingfish Pest Control.
It's the coolest week to save during the summer fan sale at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Buy one fan, save 10%. Buy two, save 15%. Buy three or more and save 20% off all fans at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Showroom near the Avenues.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
And taste. I've been around for a long, long year. Stole many a man's soul of faith.
Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Yo, Mick, get after it.
Me damn sure the pilot.
Rolling Stones will never let you down. The Rolling Stones won't go 3 and out. The Rolling Stones won't throw a pick in the red zone. Yasir Abdullah. 5th rounder, undersized, 45 snaps as a rookie. He became a scratch. He was just not really part of the plan in 2023, and that was relative for quite a few draft picks. This has been a week where I've interviewed second-year players. Antonio Johnson, Brenton Strange. Happen to be high on them both, especially Johnson. I think he's going to be your starter at safety next to Cisco. Long. Brenton Strange I thought was very interesting, talking about his pass protection, talking about his ability to be a run blocker. Okay, his numbers did not dazzle as a rookie. 5 receptions, 1 touchdown. And, where is he on the pecking order? We'll see how many more chances he gets. Tomorrow, Parker Washington, a Penn State teammate of Brenton Strange. I'll talk with Parker after Wednesday's practice over at the Miller Electric Center. Wanted to dive in a little bit, though, with Yasir Abdullah because positionally he's been moved around a little bit. And, I've always thought of him as just a pass rusher. That's not the case. Let's get to today. After the third workout, the third day of training camp for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Rick Ballou with Yasir Abdullah. Day 3 of training camp here at the Miller Electric Center. We are here with Yasir Abdullah, getting ready for his second year. Is it me, or has it been a little bit of cloud cover, maybe not as hot as your rookie season?
Man, I'm just giving off for the team, doing whatever I can contribute, special teams, dropping the coverage, do whatever they want me to do.
Yeah. What about the weather? Not as hot the first 3 days? It seems like we're getting some cloud cover.
If you're out there, it's different.
Yeah.
Just in the stands, it's cool and nice, but when you're out there with a microwave in your head, it's way different. So, but, we're working out there for sure.
How different is year 1 to year 2?
Year 2 is a lot more freedom. Because, I was a rookie, I had rookie duties and all that. It's just, with new staff and stuff, it's a learning curve for me. So, just got to stay 10 toes down, just, go with the flow. Like I said before, do whatever they want me to do whatever I can do to contribute to the team, special teams, dropping coverage, pass rush, no matter.
Does it feel as though things have slowed down a little bit for you, or with a new defensive coordinator, new coaches, it's almost like being a rookie again?
Yeah, it definitely slowed down. The difference is, as a rookie, like I said, rookie dudes and all that, you're a rookie, right? You're trying to get accumulated to the league and everything. But, with the new coaching staff, like you said, it's like being a rookie again, just kind of learning everything, from them, still learning from the vets. They've been here for years, especially Foyer, Devin, Josh, Trey. I can name a lot of guys, man. They'll teach me a lot, man. So.
I watched you at Louisville, and I envision you coming here as being a pass rusher. I've seen that you've been working primarily as an outside linebacker. You've said a couple of times you'll do whatever it takes to help this team. What do you do best?
Oh, man. I do love the pass rush.
Yeah.
I can do a little bit of both. Like I said, I'm going to give you the same answer, boss man. It's just whatever they want me to do. That's why I did at Louisville. Came in, played special teams. They see I can pass rush, I can pass rush. They see I can drop, I can drop. So it's whatever the team wants.
Yeah, coverage skills as well. Obviously, I've been watching you do that. What do you make out of Ryan Nielsen's defense? I know it's only been a couple of days, so you haven't really been able to fully digest it. But what's your understanding so far?
It's the coverage aspect is pretty new to me. Because last year all we had was a curl flat drop when it was dropping or got man on the back. Now it's more complex. Got the hook, got seam, got tape, got all these undercuts I got to take and stuff like that. So, it's a lot different, but, I'm getting used to it. So.
You're one of those guys I look at that's probably excited about putting those pads on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm really excited, man.
Does that change everything?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It does. It shows, the real football player.
Yeah. Best of luck to you. Thanks for a few minutes of your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Yasir Abdullah, second year out of Louisville. His last answer about drops, as I'm talking with him, immediately my brain said Devin Lloyd. It's more complex. We knew it was basic. Everything was basic under Mike Caldwell. And Devin Lloyd struggled mightily in coverage, and it was tough for a lot of people, and still is, to grasp, because he came here as a 24-year-old rookie out of Utah with phenomenal ability, phenomenal potential. Again, I want to, as I give you the nightly disclaimer, I want to, well, honestly, I haven't seen anything anyway, so I can just come right out and say it. I don't know what Devin Lloyd's role is going to be on this defense. But I have to believe seek and destroy is part of it. I have to believe him getting after the quarterback is part of it. You've got Abdullah, who, in my opinion, is pass rush and 4, right? Hines Allen, Trayvon Walker, Travis Gibson. Those are your 3. Who's 4 right now? Coleman? Cole? I mean, who are you going to put up at number 4? I was under the assumption it was Yasir Abdullah. He's working at linebacker. And they think he can stop the run. They think he can drop back in coverage. I'm not going to get into weak side, strong side, any of that yet, because it hasn't been announced by the Jaguars. They haven't given us a depth chart. And I respect that side of it. I do. I respect every side of it. But I really do with that. But to hear him say it's a more complex coverage scheme, I immediately thought of Devin Lloyd. And I was like, oh, boy. There's been a school of thought around here that Devin Lloyd is, his instincts have been slowed because he's thinking too much, as opposed to just letting Devin Lloyd go out and play football. And because of the names that I just mentioned and the lack of bodies, and right now it appears Trent Baalke, the only mistake he's made, save that, as we'll revisit the offensive line later in the year. But the only mistake he's made on this 90-man roster, in my opinion, is he didn't get an extra pass rusher. He should have. He should have signed Emmanuel Ogbah this week, who Miami signed, to bring back Yannick Ngakoue, whatever. He should have signed a guy. He hasn't. And he can't make the same mistake 2 years in a row. Right now, in my opinion, he has. Unless there's some things up his sleeve. And one of those things could really be Devin Lloyd. Do they feel comfortable enough about two other linebackers? Foye Oluokun and Chad Muma. Foye Oluokun and Yasir Abdullah. Foye Oluokun and Ventrell Miller. Foye Oluokun, guy who made a great couple of plays day one in camp, Caleb Johnson, where you could take Devin Lloyd. Is Devin Lloyd opposite Josh Hines-Allen? And Trayvon Walker's inside with Eric Armstead? I don't know. I don't know. Or are you firing Devin Lloyd from a linebacker position? I just... You were talking about strengths and weaknesses. Devin Lloyd's strength, even though I thought he improved a year ago in coverage, still leaves a little bit to be desired. There are people that think his best football is moving forward, not backwards, and getting after the quarterback. And he did some of that at Utah. Get ready for the top of the hour. Let's get you involved in this hour. Give me your favorite Stones tune. Too. I'm crying out loud. Mick, can you imagine Mick? He's 81, out with his 37-year-old tonight. He's got 8 kids. Where do you get Mick Jagger for his birthday? Non-stop Rolling Stones in our second hour. For the most part, non-stop Jacksonville Jaguars in our second hour. If you want to join us, you can. 641-1010. That is the text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures.
1010XL presents Blue Bloods, starring Frank Frangie as the commissioner.
This is a show about his Irish cop family, and I play their dad, Frank.
Frank Frangie, afternoons on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Looking for a new vehicle? Take a look at Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville. Now's the time to save big this summer. Choose from more than 250 new and over 1,000 used and certified pre-owned vehicles on the lot, or shop anytime at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com. Hyundai has one of the top warranties in the business. Lifetime powertrain and a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, plus 3 years free maintenance on a new vehicle. Give us the opportunity to earn your business today. Atlantic Boulevard, Jacksonville, or visit JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com. Welcome to the family.
This is Dr. George Bari, inviting you to look online at BariOrthopedics.com for the latest in medical advancements when it comes to getting you back to full joint health. After studying under Dr. James Andrews, I know proper diagnosis is the first key to treatment, and educating the patient is the fastest path to recovery. Whether it's chronic back pain, nagging arthritis, or necessary joint replacement, we're here to serve you in the best possible way. We are Bari Orthopedics, and online at BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling, with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hey, David again with Royal Pest Services. TAP Insulation stands for thermal,
acoustic, and pest control. Keep your home cool, noise out, and pests dead. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free inspection.
Craving a cold one? Well, zip into one of the great gate locations you see all over town and pick up a cold Bud Light, or a Nata, or an Ultra. Maybe a 12-pack of the King of Beers, or some cold Coronas. It's all happening at your local gate convenience store. Slide on in today.
What word is misspelled on the Liberty Bell? The answer next.
Does your homeowner's insurance company contact you before, during, or after a big storm? If not, then it's time for you to contact Southern Oak Insurance. Find us online at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The word Pennsylvania is misspelled on the Liberty Bell, which is unfortunate as this monument is featured in the Liberty Bell Center in Philadelphia.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
What's a backflow preventer? In layman's terms, it's a device that stops water from flowing backward in your pipes, which is required to keep drinking water safe and free of any contamination. Here at Duck Duck Rooter, we offer everything you need to keep your water backflow prevention device up to date. From installation to routine testing, Duck Duck Rooter will make sure your drinking water is clean and safe from contamination. Contact us today to schedule your backflow testing, repair, or installation. 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com.
Hey, sports fans, this is Hayes Carlyon from MyBookie. Look, we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino canceled because real life came calling. Well, MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action, all from the comfort of your own home. I love the live casino. The roulette is awesome. It's so easy and so much fun. Just go to MyBookie and click Live Casino at the top. You'll find live dealers ready to deal or spin just like you're at the casino. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience when the action is in your hands. Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code 1010XL, and a revamped loyalty program ensures a host of exclusive VIP perks. So sign up and hit the casino with promo code 1010XL. The more you play, the more you win. Only with MyBookie.
You're gonna feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to bring your friends out and enjoy our spectacular golf course, which is carved out of some of the highest elevations in North Florida. Hidden Hills Golf Club, unlike any other. Check us out, hiddenhillsgc.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Pride and joy and greed and sex. That's what makes this town the best.
Surviving on the streets. Look at me. I'm in tatters. I'm shattered.
Don't you know the crime rate's going up, 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 up? Do something about it. I don't know. Seems like all these crimes are viral. I mean, you would think surveillance would stop some of it, but apparently it's not working. Top 5 Rolling Stones songs. I'll give you a second to think about it, JJ. We are celebrating Mick Jagger's 81st birthday, and I'm sure he's honored to know that we're doing that here in Duval. My favorite Rolling Stones song is somewhat of a deep cut, Time Waits for No One. And Mick Taylor, and his guitar solo at the end is absolutely spectacular. Love Fool to Cry. What a great song. A little bit of a ballad, but just spectacular. Love Shattered, we just played there. Waiting on a Friend, I think is spectacular. This is really hard to pick only 5 from the Rolling Stones. I love Gimme Shelter. I love Sympathy for the Devil. But I could list my top 40 Rolling Stone songs. I'll go with those 5, though. What do you got?
I like, the Jumpin' Jack Flashes, the hits.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just show you the ones that I have in my playlist right now. I have Time Waits for No One, which I didn't know about until the great Rick Ballou told me, and now it's one of my favorite songs ever. Gimme Shelter, Shine a Light.
Okay, very good.
I don't necessarily love that entire album. So Divine, Aladdin Story. Just the basic radio hits after that one.
Their basic radio hits are so good, though.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they're timeless. There's certain, the other day I was with the GF and American Pie came up, and I just had to turn it. And I told you when you did the Billy Joel, when they came in, we had the gentleman on, the drummer, the original drummer with Billy Joel. When they play Piano Man, I go and I grab a beer. There's certain songs I just can't listen to anymore. I'm not that way with the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, if Brown Sugar comes on, I'm all in. That's one of my favorite songs. I don't care that everyone knows it and loves it. It doesn't bother me. Jumpin' Jack Flash, same exact thing. I'm not as big a Stones guy as I am with Zeppelin, or definitely not the Beatles. The Beatles are my number one, but I've later in life grown to love them.
Yeah.
On another level. They're just they have so much going on. I mean, their discography is massive.
It's the greatest of all time because of the length of their career.
Right.
If the Beatles didn't break up in 1970,
they could have done that, but
Led Zeppelin stayed together after John Bonham died. I will say this: I think the greatest live Rolling Stones song is "You Can't Always Get What You Want." That is, and it's great. Off of Let It Bleed, off of their album, but
great live album.
If I just gave you the 5 songs that I love and I want to hear. If I was going to see the Rolling Stones live in concert, which I've seen them a couple of times, that is certainly the one song that I would love to hear. Was it "Can You Hear Me Knocking" that they played the last time that? No, it was "Heartbreaker." The last time that Tedeschi Trucks were in town, and their lead singer, he's from Minnesota. He went to Harvard. Mike Madison, really good guy, spectacular on vocals. They closed the show here at Daly's Place with "Heartbreaker."
I'll give you a Radio Stone song I don't like. Start Me Up.
You know what?
I'll change that one in a second.
I knew you were going to say that. And I was going to say that, yeah, that's a little bit of Rolling Stones commercial and pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I was with the late Jim Kane, one of my best buddies who COVID took from us a few years ago. And he never took the serum. He never took the jab. So if you're going to hate, that for any particular reason, he just died. Okay, COVID got him and it took him away, and I'm still really pissed off about it. But we were at the show, and they played "Start Me Up" here in Jacksonville at the stadium. Some guy I never heard before goes, "I hate this song by the Rolling Stones." So maybe it is the only one.
Yeah, like Wild Horses I love.
But do you remember that album, with Undercover of the Night? How cool Undercover of the Night was? It was part of the early MTV generation with, crazy guitars.
That was probably 90s.
Ronnie Wood and, no, that would have been early 80s.
83.
Yeah, that would have been early 80s. Great stuff with Keith and Ronnie Wood. But there you go. 81 years of age. Congratulations to Mick Jagger. Okay, there was a scare today out at the stadium, out at the Miller Electric Center. Jerry and Jones went down. And, the media was kind of like, what's up here? And the fans really wondered. I'll tell you this, Jaguars PR did one heck of a job. The moment he came out of the Miller Electric Center, the inside part where there's a football field as well, those who have been lucky enough to be in attendance either this year or the first 3 practices, either last year or the first 3 practices this year, you've gotten a pretty good look at the way this incredible center is. When he came out, Jaguars PR certainly let us know, but it was alarming for about a 10 to 12 to maybe 15-minute period. You can't lose guys in camp to any long period of time, to any significance. And it was good to see him come back. And, he was on the sideline for the most part holding his helmet. Then he actually came back and did a couple of drills. So that was very encouraging. You look at this team right now, 3 days in, and I think we'll have a much better feeling tomorrow morning when we get out there. But Jerrion Jones was the biggest concern today. On top of that was Tyson Campbell, who as well had an ankle. And I don't know if he showed up for practice somewhat lame. I've seen some reports where they believe he rolled an ankle during individual drills. He did not work at all today during team drills. And it was really an expanded late morning for team drills, which included an additional 20-minute period of 11 on 11, the whole field, not just red zone. They had worked, they did all red zone teamwork on Wednesday. They did almost all red zone teamwork on Thursday. They did a little bit outside of it at midfield. Today, not nearly as much red zone. They did the entire field today. And they were going away from the media, so it was that's always a little bit more difficult. But nonetheless, Tyson Campbell has been absolutely spectacular after getting paid. I know it's rough to rank the top players so far in camp because they're not hitting, but Tyson Campbell has, if you think I've been a little bit too hard on Brian Thomas Jr., if you think I've been a little bit too hard on Trevor Lawrence, fine. That's your opinion. Let me tell you on the flip side, Tyson Campbell has been phenomenal, okay? But he went down today. So we'll see if he's able to go. He did not participate in team drills. Cam Robinson went out because of cramping. Interesting. I think Gary Smits, it might have been Smits, or it might have been Gene writing about what he believes is a spirited competition coming up at left tackle.
Yeah, it was Eugene Fournette.
Between Cam and Walker Little. I love the premise. I love the idea. But I'm not buying it. I mean, for crying out loud, Walker Little played the best of any offensive lineman the first 4 games a year ago. Cam selfishly got hit with PEDs and missed time, came back, and they immediately took him out, put him at left guard. He played 11 snaps and got hurt. I mean, they love Cam. They think Cam is the foundation of the Great Wall of Duval. So I've said it forever. You try to tell me there's a $19 million difference between Cam Robinson and Walker Little? $19 million? I hope Cam makes me eat my words. I hope he has a great year. I hope he pass protects Trevor Lawrence. And I hope he becomes, a more consistent football player. And they're able to run the football this year. But anyway, cramps today for Cam Robinson. Seth Williams got the wind knocked out. That was a very short period of time that he was unable to give it a go. So that's it. Those are the injuries today. We've kept you in the know. Eric Armstead, who I've watched every day, is an enormous human being. And really the endorsement from Doug Peterson on Wednesday morning, it just feels like they're going to give him all the time that he needs. And here's my guess. Athletes always want to come back even before they're probably ready. And I don't know Eric Armstead. My guess is he's already done it, or he's going to do it at some point in August. He's going to say, that's it. I'm ready. Let me go. And they're going to say, nope. Keep working on the side. Stay on the physically unable to perform list. We want to get you ready for this season. And if he's not ready for opening day, and I have no knowledge that that's the case. I'm just thinking out loud. If he's not ready for week 1 or week 2 or week 3, he's more important in week 15, 16, 17, and now 18. Third year, as we know, 17 games. He's more important then than he is in 1, 2, and 3. Even though this league is all about. I remember last year thinking early when Brandon Sheriff went down, they'd sit him out, and they played him. Trevor, maybe. Things change. Coaches think differently than I think. So I may be, I could be absolutely 100% wrong on this. And heck, for all I know, Eric Armstead could be out there practicing next week. I'd be surprised if that's the case. But you're just watching him do his thing. Looks like he's pretty close after the surgery. He had a torn meniscus. Stephen Jones with a calf hasn't practiced. That's the third particular time for him. Keelan Robinson, we said, would be limited, the rookie back, who's going to be most important, as a return guy. I think he's the number 2 returner. And for those of you who maybe have forgotten the way that the new kick rules are in the NFL, you're going to need 2 returners. Kevin Duvernay is one, and Duvernay's impressed. Watching him as a receiver, a little bit more than I expected. I just want to be cautious about this because I think primarily, or maybe only, what you want from him is to be the punt returner and a kick returner. But with the new rules with kick returners, it's going to be, I would assume, Duvernay and the rookie Keelan Robinson. We were told he would be limited, but I haven't seen him sit out yet. Darnell Savage, I didn't see at all today. He's been wearing a red jersey, no contact, but he was fully involved in team drills, 7-on-7, 11-on-11, Wednesday and Thursday. Did not see him today. So when you look at their starting secondary, Darnell Savage and Tyson Campbell weren't involved in team work today, day 3. We'll see if they are tomorrow, day 4. Again, another early practice for you coming up early tomorrow morning on a Saturday. All right. Let's get to a break here. The whole Beggar's Banquet album, great album. Best live Stone song, Midnight Rambler, love it. She's a Rainbow, what a classic from Larry in St. Augustine. We're number 1 out in St. Aug. I went into Arnold's the other night. Did I tell you that when I was on vacation? It's always my staple, right when you get out into St. Aug and you get on Phillips Highway. They redid it. They had that loudmouth who comes in and he does the bar changes, the big guy I'm talking
John
about?
Fetterman?
I don't know what he looks like. He's always yelling. I love him. He's a big guy and he yells. What's there not to love? But they
Bar
changed.
Rescue.
Yeah, Bar Rescue. They changed the whole bar area, and I'm like, man, you're snazzing it up too much. I'm like,
Lame.
It's like
that's the bad thing about John Taffer's his name. He comes in and there's no.
It's a dive. Keep it a dive.
He hates dive bars. I mean, like every single show that he comes in, he makes it, hey, we want to bring the young people in and make it a little classier. And it's like, I get what you're doing, but that's not what I like.
Here's good parenting and great, I guess, co-grandparenting. We went out to the beach, Matanzas, and, we had the GF's granddaughter with us for over a month. She's back in Texas now, back in Dallas. And it was just a phenomenal time with her son's 5-year-old. But so the mom and dad flew in, her son and her son's wife, and we went to the beach and we pulled back. I'm like, we got to go to Arnold's. So we were, they went out to get a book or something, I don't know what they went to get because we went to go eat after. But anyway, I'm like, just give me 10 minutes. Went to Arnold's, man, with her son and her son's wife, and it was busy. It was a Friday, but I was like, damn, man, they got rid of that old circular kind of bar.
Oh, they replaced the whole bar.
Not the whole bar, but more of like the inside part of the bar. The old school cash register and everything they had behind the bar, I guess is what I want to say. The bar's the same.
I see.
But I don't know. I know people like new stuff and everything. Arnold's to me has always been a classic. But anyway, popped in there on Friday. We still got to put together. I tell you what.
We do.
I may have to take Arnold's off our dive.
Hole in the wall list.
Yeah, hole in the wall dive bar. 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
It's a shame.
Trip that's coming up, which I mean, I literally have received probably 1,000 pick me for this event. The Into the Night folks want to get after it. They want to taste. I would hate to have to eliminate Arnold's based on the fact that they're far too classy for us now. You know, what's happened to my Phillips Highway, for crying out loud? They got rid of the rooster. And now Arnold's is like, for crying out loud, you got to have a collar on your shirt in order to get into Arnold's.
Boat shoes.
All right. Memory Motel. Yes. She's a rainbow. What a great one. No doubt about that. All right, much more to do. He's JJ LaSalva. I am Rick Ballou. We call this Into the Night. There's a new one-stop shop for all things Florida State. Subscribe to 1010XL Seminoles YouTube channel, up-to-the-minute updates, analysis, and more. Plant the spear and subscribe to 1010XL Seminoles channel today.
Now, a 1010XL Summer Olympic Update. Brought to you by USAPark.net Airport Parking.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games, sponsored by Napa. Elevate your engine performance with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Rain did not dim any of the brightness of the opening ceremony as athletes from 206 countries sailed down the River Seine. Greece was first, the United States being the next host, followed by current host France, finished the procession, which ended at the Eiffel Tower. Then the Olympic torch traveled the other way. 24 former French Olympians and Para-Olympians passed it along to a one-of-a-kind cauldron, a ring of fire attached to a hot air balloon. Among them, Charles Costa, 100 years old, the oldest living French Olympic medalist, born the last time that Paris hosted the Games in 1924. And the first medals will be handed out tomorrow in the mixed team air rifle event. With this Summer Games update, I'm Brad Heller, Westwood One Sports.
Looking for a way to elevate your engine's performance? Start with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. It provides faster oil flow for hot and cold temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions. Regular use can help your engine run cleaner and longer by defending against sludge and buildup, improving overall engine performance and fuel efficiency while increasing the time between oil changes. Make the switch without slowing down. Feed your ride Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Available now at Napa locations nationwide.
Pros, now's your chance to find the deals you need during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 20% off select Werner and Little Giant ladders. Plus, save $60 on a DeWalt 20-volt Max 2-tool combo kit. Was $229, now $169. Shop the brands you trust in-store or online today. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid through 7/26. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Has someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI, domestic violence, and all criminal offenses. In your battle with the justice system, there's only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645. 354-5645.
This patriotic chant mirrors the enthusiastic efforts our American athletes have dedicated to their quest for a gold medal at this summer's Olympics in Paris. USAPark.net Airport Parking is your safe and secure parking for when you fly out of JIA. No matter where you're going, whether you're traveling to the Olympics to support our athletes or just visiting Grandma, remember to park at USAPark.net.
Don't make a bad call when it comes to servicing your home. Cooling off with a baby pool in the house to fix your air conditioning problem is a bad call. Trying to catch a wave in a flooded bathroom is a bad call. Using a burning electrical panel to make s'mores is a bad call. The next time something goes wrong, make a good call to Donovan.
Whether you need air, electric, or plumbing service, Donovan is always a good call. It's why we've been trusted by our customers for almost 40 years and why you can trust us to deliver fast, reliable service to your home. Donovan, always a good call.
Visit DonovanAC.com today.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
July 26, 2005.
Baseball Hall of Famer Greg Maddux records his 3,000th career strikeout against the Giants.
What's changed totally inside and out? The Kuhn Flowers massive storefront, and yes, they've totally remodeled the showroom inside too. This is Frank Frangie, and the next time you drive by, stop and smell the roses at Kuhn Flowers.
Find your why in your next career move at the First Coast YMCA. Everyone can get involved and make a difference in your community at the Y. And if you'd like to turn your passion into a fulfilling career, the Y is an equal opportunity employer and is now hiring youth program leaders, lifeguards, swim instructors, and more. Plus, Y staff enjoy benefits including free YMCA membership and free childcare while you work. Find your passion, find your why in a career at fcymca.org.
Hey, it's Tony from Tony D's Pizza. If you love our pizza and pasta dishes, let us cater an event for you. Family function or office parties, we can deliver you an amazing Italian meal. Remember, it's not just pizza at Tony D's. Bebetos in $2.95.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Prime Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prime Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 904-902-8222. 904-902-8222. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 904-902-8222.
Veterans, did you know VA mortgage rates have plummeted and you can now access up to 100% of your home's equity and turn that into cash right now? Hey, it's Roger Moore, President and CEO of Loan Pronto, announcing our VA Equity Advantage program. This VA offer can get you $50, $70, $100,000 cash out with no junk fees and no hassle. With APRs in the 5s, you can pay off all those credit cards, personal loans, car loans, and get one easy-to-manage payment. Veterans we help save on average $850 per month. And listen, if you're a veteran with a current mortgage rate over 6.25%, we can do a streamlined refinance with no income verification and no appraisal, saving you hundreds a month. At Loan Pronto, we respect what you've done for our country, and we show it. Call now and ask about our special VA Equity Advantage program. 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. LoanPronto.com. 904-999-1508.
Equal housing lender. NMLS 166-1781. Subject to lender approval. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org.
David Lane here again for Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. After several surgeries for age-old issues, mainly my back and shoulders, there's no doubt that Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is my sustaining resource for living pain-free. Take it from me, and I'm being really honest here, there's no better orthopedic facility here in Jacksonville.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Such a good one, an early one. Rainbow Monkey Man just rolled in from 7169. Whenever I hear Monkey Man, I think of that scene in Goodfellas. Incredible. All right, Mick Jagger's 81 today. We're celebrating Mick and the Rolling, ladies and gentlemen, the Rolling Stones. How cool would it be to introduce them on stage? Let me do this. I said I wanted to do some good and bad. There hasn't been a lot of bad 3 days in. So just let me go through a few things. Okay? Some of these guys I'm not going to mention. I'm not going to go through all 90, obviously. First of all, I'm not going to mention anyone on the offensive line just because we can't tell. Even though I did key in on Ezra Cleveland a little bit today, and I think he was moving fairly well. They did some, some bursting today, getting out of their stance, exploding, I guess you will. Defensive linemen as well, one-on-one drills, ripping, as Joe Cullen used to call it, rip, and, getting around the bags and technique. That's being asked of everyone in the ditch right now until the pads go on Tuesday. So I'm going to leave the offensive line out. Gabe Davis, haven't been able to see anything yet, okay? He's really not doing anything in team drills. Brian Thomas Jr., I've expressed my opinion. He is not shown anything yet. I wouldn't be alarmed. Devin Duvernay, better than I expected. Elijah Cook's getting those majority of those reps right now that Gabe Davis is out. Elijah Cook's doing some good things. Okay, I feel like I spent a lot of airtime on Elijah Cooks the last couple of years, and it just hasn't worked out for him. But he's a guy I want to mention. Parker Washington has looked solid. Really quick feet. That's about it. I saw a lot with Seth Williams and Josh Cephas back during minicamp. Not so much so far. Denzel Mims, an added veteran, caught a long ball today from Mac Jones, and there's been some times where he showed. I've talked ad nauseum about Trevor. Mac Jones has had a good week. Today he struggled a little bit. Beathard clearly the third quarterback. I believe the thinking is they'll keep 2, try to bring Beathard back. I don't know. I'd question that. With 16 practice squad spots, can you keep Beathard on the active roster? We'll see. ETN's been outstanding. Bigsby as well. This Jalen Jackson guys look pretty good. It's a numbers game for him. Is he a practice squad guy with Robinson and Dearness Johnson there? Really haven't seen anything out of Dearness Johnson yet. I've just missed him. So that's the way I'd look at the offense. Evan Ingram, as expected, he's had a drop. Brenton Strange caught a touchdown pass today and caught 2 on Wednesday. Spoke with him after practice on Thursday. Looks pretty good. Luke Farrell, probably his final year, more of a blocking guy. Josh Peterson has a nose for the end zone. I mean, he may be the lead. If you were to add minicamp into the first 3 days of training camp, and if you were to tally up touchdowns, Josh Peterson's among your leaders. He just catches a lot of red zone balls. Defensively, Trayvon Walker looks like he is going to be a fantastic football player. Guy works so hard. I really hope Jacksonville becomes a fan of this guy. Josh Hines-Allen, this is weird watching him in a 3-point stance. Remember, primarily this guy is an outside linebacker, even on the edge, was always in a 2-point stance, which means he was standing up. Right? 2 feet, 2-point stance, 3, you get down with your hand in the dirt. It looks different. It looks different with Josh Hines-Allen. Looking forward to seeing what the return is. And I read it in a couple of places today by some beat reporters, and I agree. And I feel like it was a missed opportunity yesterday after practice. But he looks bigger. We'll get another opportunity to talk, and we'll find out. Oh, also, I want to tell you that we'll talk with Tyson Campbell after practice tomorrow. Everything about that ankle. Robertson and Armstead haven't had an opportunity really to see anything. And again, the grunts, the defensive grunts who aren't rushing the passer, it's too early. Jeremiah Ledbetter had a pick 6 today. It was a ball thrown from, I want to say it might have been Beathard, but I think it was Mack, but it was a tip ball that went to Trammell, Austin Trammell. Jeremiah Ledbetter. He's going to take it the entire way. There's a guy who played his best football, maybe of his career, late in the season with the Jaguars. He's a numbers guy. Backers, Foyer's Foyer. I've mentioned both Caleb Johnson and Ventrell Miller in a positive way. Devin Lloyd, haven't really seen anything. Just haven't. I mean, he's not doing well. Just haven't. Chad Muma, I kind of feel the same. I just haven't seen it. The secondary's been the star of camp. position group wise. Now, again, today, Darnell Savage and Tyson Campbell both did not take part in team activity. Darnell Savage consistently has had the red jersey for no contact. You know, he's coming back after a rotator cuff surgery. Tyson Campbell went down today during individual drills, the ankle. We'll see if he practices tomorrow. We'll see if we still get that opportunity to talk with him after practice tomorrow. Andre Sisco looks even thicker. Very noticeable weight gain a year ago for Andre Sisco. I mean, incredibly noticeable. What, 10, 12 pounds? To me, the biggest weight gain that I've noticed this year are the, the lower body of Travis Etienne. Wow. I mean, durability. A guy we keep hearing, touches are going away. They want to get Tank involved. Those two really had good practices today. Travis and Tank. Man, that'd be a fun combo, wouldn't it? Travis and Tank behind the wall with Duval. I mean, I can just see guys getting all lathered up. I can see guys just pounding beers, housing beers, talking about Trevor, Trevor, yeah, give the ball to Travis, give it to Tank. Run behind Cleveland and fire up Cam and run it. Mitch Morse, that's what I want. Oh, I want it so bad. You could take your twinkle toes and precision passes and toe dragging and swagging and put together a 4-play, 75-yard drive. It only took 1:21 off the clock and touchdown Jaguars. I would love, it's pouring here in Duval. It's been raining since Wednesday afternoon and it hasn't lit up. Look at the place. It's sold out. 1st and 10, the gives to Etienne. Has 3, maybe 3.5. It's 2nd and 6. The give is to Etienne. First down. And you move the clock. So all of a sudden you look at it. Tank comes in. Etienne gets a blow. Jacksonville, 18-play, 75-yard drive. Tank Bigsby from 2 yards out. They take 7 minutes and 48 seconds off the clock. I mean, how cool would that be? It's not sexy, but it's great football. The offensive line loves to run block. The backs are getting fed. Your defense is resting. I think both backs look really good today. That's really it. The defensive line, haven't seen much of anything else. Same with Coach Call. I just adore watching the defense with Dave Campo. I mean, I just learned so much. Honestly, and it's the reason why I haven't had on the show yet. Because I get really technical with him, and he's so good. But 95% of it is not presentable for air yet because it's scheme talk. And if you know anything about me, I respect those in charge. And we're not supposed to talk scheme, and I won't do that. DJ Coleman was a guy that was pointed out to me, though, by Coach Campbell today. Kind of lost in the shuffle, right? I almost want to say, and not listening to every moment of the program, of the programs here today on 1010 and 92.5 FM, but has the name DJ Coleman been mentioned yet? Brought to my attention. That's all that I said. That's all that I'll say. Let's get back to the secondary. Wingard's probably the star, right? If people were grading because of the 2 picks, they give you the star. Antonio Johnson is going to be your safety. Hopefully. It's really interesting when you get to, Ronald Darby has performed really well. Had another interception today with Brian Thomas Jr. on one-on-ones with Trevor. Again, this isn't a team deal where you can tuck and run or throw it away. This is a one-on-one drill where you throw the ball. DeAndre Prince has been interesting, the 5th-round pick. A lot of these projected 53s that are out there, he's not on it. And, man, he really looked like he was flying all around the football field yesterday in run support where there's no contact. But I loved his ability, to backpedal, then all of a sudden stop and run forward. He did get beat on a touchdown pass to Devin Duvernay on Thursday, but it was really good coverage. That final cornerback spot, Christian Braswell's had a pick. But with Prince and Braswell, the length of Trey Flowers, a veteran, probably doesn't have the speed anymore. Boy, man, you just look at him, though, and you're like, he's so long. Tavon Campbell, my guess would be on the outside looking in. Buster Brown. How many of these corners are you going to have? Yeah, I said Darnell Savage's safety earlier. Well, we all know the drill. Even though Antonio Johnson mostly played nickel a year ago, the feeling is that Antonio Johnson's going to be a safety and that Darnell Savage is really going to be a nickel. Okay, what if Jerrion Jones comes in and wins that job? How long are they going to be able to keep him off the field? You want Savage to be involved. Dime coverage, okay. But if something is... I read yesterday a lot of depth at safety. I don't know where I read it. I read everything that's out there. It's my job. But I was like, really? Depth at safety? Only if you include Savage into the mix with Cisco and Antonio Johnson. Because, listen, I know Dewey right now is like the Rolling Stones with those 2 interceptions. But if Dewey's in coverage, you got problems. If it's that game I described with an 18-play, 75-yard drive, you're taking 8 minutes off the clock, and it's a running-only event, then, yeah, you want Dewey in there. But if you're asking to pass cover, right? No. Same with Daniel Thomas, who is a special teamer. So, I look at the backup safeties. It's almost like the backup pass rush ends. All of a sudden, there is an incredible lack of talent at those 2 positions. Daniel Thomas is a great special teamer. Andrew Wingard is a great special teamer. I don't want him in coverage as a safety. After that, Eric Hallett, Terrell Edmonds, Josh Proctor. We all know about the mixing and matching. We've heard about it. Ryan Nielsen has talked about it. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if, because of that, even if Savage is a starter at nickel, he ends up playing some safety, especially with the emergence of Jerrion Jones. So it's good. It's been good. Absolutely, it's been good. A little bit of a kicker competition going on with Cam Little and Riley Patterson. I got to believe after investing a 6th-round pick, Cam Little's gonna be the guy. He's got a longer foot, or the ball is longer off of his foot, I guess is a better way to say it. Logan Cook is one of the better punters in the NFL. So there you go. That's my feeling 3 days in on your Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll have more tomorrow. I won't be with you here on the airwaves, but I'll still be out there early tomorrow at the Miller Electric Center. I'll talk with Parker Washington after practice. We'll also hear from Tyson Campbell. And then, of course, another practice on Monday. So I'll have a whole ton of information coming up Monday at 6. We got a lot more to do, though. With you tonight till 8, then it's Hacker Nation.
Let's get this crowd going now. Come on, get him up, get him up, get him up. Come on, come on, come on. Crowd on its feet.
This is what we live for right here.
1010XL. This is what you live for. Let's go.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Lauren Brooks here from Mayport CNC Fisheries. At my house, we had a feast from Mayport CNC Fisheries with the freshest shrimp around, and it was unbelievable. They also have oysters, scallops, mahi, and so much more. Want to eat like a local? Head to the beach and visit my friends at Mayport CNC Fisheries.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3, work! Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010xl.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Tailgaters parking season passes are on sale now. Secure your Jaguar season parking today. Enjoy indoor restrooms, a full-service bar and grill, access 4 hours before kickoff. Visit tailgatersparking.com and book your space today.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, a paint color namer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Irving Stapler.
Hi, Howie.
So the next round is word association. I'll say a word and you give me the first word you think of. Engagement ring.
Jeweler.
Gas station.
Fueler.
Aaron Burr.
Dueler.
Air conditioning.
Wow. Jeez. That's a toughie.
Come on, Irv. The sponsor's gonna kill me now.
Oh, Bueller. That's right, Irv. If your AC is struggling through the summer heat, the first name you should think of for fast, friendly, 5-star service is Bueller Air and Plumbing. The name to know to make sure you are cool.
Have a beer, Irv.
Cooler.
Stay cooler with Bueller. Visit BuellerAir.com.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Regular movement is key to so many health benefits. Aim for at least 10,000 steps a day. Decide to only take the stairs if you're walking less than 6th floor. Never park in the first 10 spaces of the parking lot. Walk during your work breaks. Get up 10 minutes earlier in the morning and take a short, brisk walk before the chaos of the day starts. There are so many easy ways to stay active. Let's get moving, Jacksonville.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey, John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're going to have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage, too.
Clearwater Jacks
TenTenXL.com.
International soccer returns this summer. Don't miss Premier League clubs Wolves and West Ham in Jacksonville for the Stateside Cup, July 27th at Everbank Stadium. Tickets as low as $35 at statesidecup.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Well, today it's all about Mick. It's all about Mick Jagger, 81 years of age. Happy birthday, brother. Getting a lot in here. I've asked you for your favorite Rolling Stones song. Getting a lot in here for Monkey Man. That is somewhat of a deep cut, but you may remember it from I'm a Monkey. Yeah, you might remember it from Goodfellas.
When he's running from the helicopter.
True story to this? Man, this is so good. I really have to get up early and go to Jaguars practice tomorrow because I kind of want to just drift off into Ballou's bar with nothing but the Stones tonight.
Just don't and say you did.
Just lie. What do you think? I work for the government?
Like, Trevor looked great. Nobody will argue with that.
A couple of years ago when I was in Costa Rica, playing golf, and my GF was riding around with me in the golf cart. As a matter of fact, she was driving because I was boozing. And some monkeys came running by right in the middle of the fairway. So we were filming it, as I always film animals. It's one of my favorite things to do. But, you know, towards the end when he starts screaming, I'm a monkey, I did that in the video. And apparently it was so atrocious that it is the only time the GF has ever edited. Here we go. I'm a monkey! I'm a monkey! I'm a monkey! She was so embarrassed by it. Oh, it's so good.
So that video never made the internet?
No, the video made it. She just clipped it early.
Oh, I see.
My whole monkey... whatever.
Maybe she didn't get the reference.
The Mick imitation just, it never made it. And she did it before I put it on Facebook or anything. She just took it. I don't know how she did it. She's technically savvy, unlike me. What do you got planned this weekend?
I was out of town last weekend for my girl's birthday. We went to St. Augustine Beach, and we did, St. George Street and whatever. So this week I'm looking forward to sitting on my ass on my couch and doing absolutely nothing.
How great is it when you talk about getting out of town and it's as far away as St. Augustine?
Yeah, exactly.
But
we're lucky, man.
You ran through all of that, St. George, and you didn't pop in the Arnold's.
No, I mean, I've been to Arnold's multiple times, but no, I did not go. We are mostly by the beach most of the weekend.
Oh, it's sensational out there.
I love it.
We always come through on the way back, usually go to Matanzas Beach. On Sunday, that'll be the case. Tomorrow, it is all about Jaguars football. Practice number 4 tomorrow morning over at the Miller Electric Center. I've seen a lot of great 92.5 FM listeners out there the first 3 days. And, hey, football is back. And I absolutely know that you, as Jaguar fans, are ready for it. Tomorrow's going to be a big day, health-wise, particularly with Tyson Campbell and Jerry and Jones to see if they're back out there and ready to give it a go in that secondary. Also, Darnell Savage today didn't work team-related drills, did some individual stuff. Actually, I didn't even see him at all today. So it's pretty interesting to see if he's out there on Saturday. They get an off day on Sunday, and then they work again on Monday morning. So I'll have tons for you Monday at 6 o'clock. Parker Washington, I'm going to talk with tomorrow. We'll hear from Tyson Campbell, and then I'll have things scheduled for Monday as well. Today, I do want to thank Yasir Abdullah, along with JJ LaSalva. Hey, tons on the text line. I know, check it now the show is over. You can always get me on Twitter, Ballou1010XL. Hackers up next. Have a great weekend. I'll see you at the Miller Electric Center tomorrow morning and back here on the airwaves Monday at 6.